Hello and welcome to Collector's Week. Yes, this is it. Collector's Week for Flesh and Blood. Let's do this, because I am a collector of Flesh and Blood, and many TCGs for that matter. But we're going to focus on Flesh and Blood, and we're going to go ahead and open a gold foil. A gold foil. 2024 Nationals Top 4 Legendary Gold Foil. Let's go. All right. Let's see what we got. And we're going to be talking about collections. And I'm going to show you my gold foils. Yeah. We're going to go down them all. That's a weird thing to say. But we're going to go down the list. And I'm going to pull them open. And we're going to add one more to the collection right now. It's going to be right here. For all the world to see. What will it be? It's gold. All right. Here we go. Legendary gold foil. About to be voided in 2024. Let's go. The back of the card. Oh, yes. They do have backs. And they are gold backs. I'm just kidding. Anyways, here we go. Boom. All right, cool. I have several of them. All right. Not too bad. Adding one more to the collection. I think I got like 4, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. So, who collects playable cards? Who collects gold? Am I the only one out there that collects gold? Everybody likes to talk about gold. I like to talk about gold. All right, I think I'm ready now. Here we go. We're off to Silver Palms. Silver Palms is a pop 1 of 40. Yes, indeed. And I like 1 of 40 because they do self-achievement. Now, Silver Palms used to be like listed for like $15,000 to $12,000, and I would get people calling me, "Hey, you want to buy this for $9,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000?" And then it went down to 4, and eventually it rests down at the bottom again because it's still a pop 1 of 40. This is why I don't have Crown of Providence or Balance of Justice. It's 1 of 25, but they want Uber King-a-Ding-a-Ling prices for it. I mean, it is a lower pop, but for me, let's be realistic. We're talking about the difference of 15 cards. All right? It's not a lot of big difference. And some of the legendaries you can get for like 1,300 and that kind of stuff. And so when you think about that kind of ratio and math, I can either A, buy 5 sealed gold foils, or I can buy 1 Balance of Justice. Right? So the numbers don't make sense to me when we're talking about, but do I want Crown of Providence? If I could get a Crown of Providence, 1 of 25, I mean, that would be awesome. Right? Probably not going to happen. But, buying the cards, not so priceless. Opening them is fun. All right? So we just did that too. So here we go. We got our Silver Palms here. And then everybody always likes to see the tunic, right? Because, it's a gold foil, not filigreed. I'm confused and baffled. When I saw that's not filigreed right there, I was like, oh my gosh. Because you have this one and it's filigreed, right? This one, not filigreed. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, are you serious? That's crazy, right? Because this is the first gold foil. And this is the cold one. I mean, I'm just like, oh, that's unusual. Anyway, so that's an interesting side note. But collecting TCGs, you have to really enjoy them, right? So that's one of the things that people ask, why do you collect so many cards and that kind of stuff? And it's because, you have to enjoy it. And if you're not willing to hold on to it and look for it and keep it, and you're just looking to the flip, then it's not really collecting TCGs, right? So here are the other ones. These are the rainbow foils. I think they're just awesome like this, because these, you can see her face, and they do have the filigree filled in. And this is the one that Spencer from Magnolia Games always regrets selling me. Because he sold it to me way back. But yeah, he regrets selling this one. It's a 9.5. It's got 10 on that surface. He brings it up every single time I see him. Hi, Spencer. Right here. But yeah, from Magnolia Gaming. So he got me into that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have that. And I had that before I got the gold foil. So wasn't too keen, You're getting the gold foils. I was like, okay, well, those are for the people who play and the winners and that kind of stuff. You know, but there's more to that story. But we're going to keep going with the legendaries. So we can just go down the list here. All right. And then Scab Skin Leathers. That's currently being graded. I have the webpage pulled up. I'll show that later. But we have Tectonic Plating and another Tectonic Plating. They both came in at 9. Pretty cool. You know. And then I've got my Mask of Momentum. The only one I've got. And the beauty of having these collecting these cards is because I bought them from players. Players need to sell them sometimes just to get... Oh, I have this one as well. This is Flukes right here. But yeah, so I get them from players so they can actually, you know, get to their next event and that kind of stuff. And they have extra cash on hand, whatever they're trying to do. Someone was trying to trade with me, and I was like, I can't. I only got this one, and the one that's currently being graded. You know, he wanted to trade me. Well, actually, technically speaking, this is one of the cards he was trying to trade me. Ironically enough, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that until just now. But anyways, so he wants this, and obviously he wants that. It's a really good card, right? And then we have our skull bone cross wraps. You know, and if you think about the population of 1 in 40, these are really, really low, right? So you're just like, okay, you know, they're really low, they're really gold. And I'm really known for having gold foils, you know, not cold, gold. And it's just really fun to have all of them. I mean, 1 of 40 of something is kind of amazing, right? We have the 9.5 with a 10 on it right there. You know, Grass of Arknight. I mean, they're going to be rare. And so you have to think about it. If you believe that Flesh and Blood's going to be around for a while, right? Just around for a while. And if you believe the actual player base will grow over time. All right? See Vistas of Soul. Then you know for a fact that it's going to go up in value. It's just a matter of when. Now, let's say eventually like 10 years, 15 years goes by, right? And time will go by. Think about the original Magic sets, right? The original Magic and all that kind of stuff. And then you go by 10 years, right? And then 20 years. These will go to the moon. And then if Flesh and Blood is around and people are still playing it. And that is because Flesh and Blood people, like Magic the Gathering people, are intelligent. And I'm going to say that in a specific way that makes sense. You see, Magic the Gathering people were intelligent back in the 90s, right? And the intelligent people typically make money, right? They start dentist businesses, doctors' offices, lawyers, and all that kind of stuff. But deep down inside, when they hit about 40 to 50, they start getting nostalgic. You know, I've hit my midlife crisis. I don't want to go buy a Ferrari. I want to go buy my old Flesh and Blood cards. Oh my gosh, I need to go get one of those gold ones. I never had one of those. Or what about that gold foil I won? You know? And I sold it. So we have Phantasmal Footsteps. And this is kind of what kind of triggered. See, this is a 10. Boom, right? And it's kind of what triggers these things to happen, right? To make them explode. It's people get nostalgic, right? And they want their cards. Maybe they sold them. Or maybe they just want to have a King Dingling uber nice gold foil card, right? Valiant Dynamo, 2 9s right there. And the Sister the 10. Oh. Right? And these kind of things are crazy because I sent them off in for grade and that's what they came back at. That's just amazing, right? Well, I didn't send that one. And I think I bought that one from someone. But the 10 I sent off, which is kind of cool. All right. And then we have our little ram's head there. Okay, so these can go back into the box. But yeah, so collecting is, a lot of people think about the money, right? And if that is the thing that's important to you as far as collecting, then maybe you don't want to collect what you like, because you can have a hard time selling what you like, right? Because it's hard to part with something that you want. However, I assume when I die, these will be extremely valuable. And my kids will be like, because I can't even get them to play Pokemon. I mean, I'm hoping at some point they change and they want to play some cards. Bent is my closest that I can probably get, maybe. You know, because he's getting there. You know, and Eli plays Plants vs. Zombies. I don't even hear us, and I don't even know why he's like not playing fairly with me. Come on. Anyways, all right. So we got our Spellbound Creepers. And Spellbound Creepers 9.5, and this one I signed up for grade. Set that one to Beckett though. Crown of Seeds. Who doesn't like Crown of Seeds? Right? And then here's my parade. I've got Heart of Ice. 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 Right? So, let's see. I've got 6 Heart of Ice. And I know it's pop 40, but how many are out there? I wanted to look that up. I don't have it off the top of my head. Okay, Heart of Ice. There's only 12 out there, right? No, 28. There's 28 out there. Okay, so I need to catch up. I need more Heart of Ice. There's 28 out there, so that means there's 22 people that could possibly have Heart of Ice. That's the one I have the most of. It's hilarious. All right. And these I think are just gorgeous. Look at that. Right? I like shark. The artwork is fantastic. Wait, did I put these in the wrong order? Order matters. Okay, and then we have our nice stalagmite here. Oh, and then tiger. More tiger. More tiger. All 9s. Another tiger. And that's it. Look at that. Alright. You think I got enough tigers? And they're all 9s! Come on! You gotta do better than that. Oh, so difficult. Which one was my best 9? Okay, yeah, this is the best 9 because it's got the 10. It's quad plus 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 plus. It's got 3 pluses. No 9.5 out of all that. All right, now we have him, and again, and again, and again. So I know I have 4, so that'll be good. We'll see where we go from there, right? And possibly go fit. Corner the market. But like I said, order matter something like that. And so, holding on to these for long term, if you believe Flesh and Blood will stay around, 1 at 40, hold one, put it in a box, shove it in a shoe. Shove it in a shoe? It's probably a wise decision. So, and you like it. If you like it, then you can pull it out and look at it. And that's also fun. You can show it off to your friends. You know? Hey, check it out. Look at this. All right, here we go. There. All right. Now we have our Ghostly Touch. Yes, indeed. Cornet. Oops. Pretty. My Flame Scale Furnace. I just went ahead and bought that because I was just like, oh, I gotta have at least one. Whispers. Okay, now this is Crown of Dominion, not Crown of Providence. All right, but These are the first 3 that they ever released. And I know that because I got it from the players themselves. Right? So, these 2 I sent off for grade. This is the world. Right? So, these are 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't matter how many are out there. I know these are 1, 2, and 3. Right? So, this is 1, 2, and 3. Now, I can't register that, which sucks. But I know for a fact they are 1, 2, and 3. How many have been released now? Probably quite a few. Hold on. 15. So, this is 1, 2, and 3 of that. Right? And so, obviously, this is my best one because it's got the 3 10s. But still a 9.5. How silly is that? But yeah, that's my quad, because this doesn't qualify as a quad. This one doesn't qualify as a quad either. And this is a quad. Oh, so good. But yeah. When you get them off from the players, it's kind of interesting, you know? Because you get their stuff. Okay, so here's the red Brack Shroud. And the players like it. The players appreciate it because then they can actually, you know, get to their next events and that kind of stuff. And so it helps them out. All right, we got flick knives. We got Trench of Sunken Treasure. Then we have our Abyssal Depths. And then this one. It came back at 10. I only have 1. You know who you are. I only have the 1. And he actually said that it's appropriate that he pulled this because that's who he plays. So, and then there you go. I'm just saying. It came back at 10, sir. And then I have Dream State. All right, so that is my Legendary Collection. That is the Legendary Collection. I put these in the wrong way. Oh, yeah, I gotta put them backwards. There we go. And then they'll be. That was fun. Who can tell me why order matters right now? All right. Here we go. Now, there's not much of these. These are my Majestics. Right. So, apparently out of order. How many out of order? Oh, they're upside down. Okay. Time to flip it. No, I don't have to do it the stupid way. All right. We're going to flip it the smart way. All right. Well, yeah, so let's assume 10 years from now, how much do you think any of this is worth? All right. So now we have Courage of Bladehold, Gambler's Gloves, only 2 Voltaire Strike Twice, 4 Earth Lord Bounties. Right? That one's beautiful. This one's better, but you know. I don't know. I like that one. That one looks a lot nicer. Anyways. Earth Lord Bounty. Alright, and then I have my Mask of Pouncing Lynx, which originally was the one I was going to try to go after big time, because this is the one that actually brought me into getting gold foils in the first place. So, when you look at Pouncing Lynx, you actually see the filigree right here, right? And it is gorgeous, right? It's beautiful. So, this particular Pouncing, let's see. I think I sent them in at the same time. 158 and 158, yeah. All right, so these two I picked up that weekend. They're Magnolia Games because they had it. And I was like, oh, that looks so good, right? It looks so great in gold foil. And I know this is actually the very first one that I purchased. right? Because I was like, oh my God, they look fantastic. And that started me down on this trend of getting it. Mask of Pouncing Lynx is the one who started all of it for me with the gold foils. I couldn't believe how good it looked. So then I started getting them. And I was known for getting them, so I ended up getting 4. And I guess that's, at the time, I think that was kind of ridiculous. But, or they were thinking it was kind of ridiculous. But, you know, it's still really cool, right? Okay, so we have Crater Fist. All right, Crater Fist here. Ta-da! All right. Metacarpus Node. And Metacarpus Node. Both grading well. Luminarius. And I know everyone's... And that's it. That's all my Majestics. I know I'm missing quite a few. I mean, I've got some in transit for grading, I guess. But... And there will be more to come in the future, I'm sure. Here's good right there. Oh, no. Let's combine it later. Let's do that. All right. Okay. Now I don't have that many commons either. So, well, I should start from the top. Doing the flip. But the gold foils I think, are the most solid. They're better than the cold foils because they're more rare. Not that the cold foils aren't awesome. These are just more rare. All right, here we go. So here's my Heartened Cross Strap. Only an 8.5, but still awesome. Now these are one of 100. The other ones were one of 60. And the Legendaries are one of 40. And I do have the rare card Lantern. I just have to wait for it to return from grading. Snap Dragon Scalers right there. Beautiful. And then we got several Talismanic Lens. Now, if you were to evaluate go ahead and predict the price of all of my cards. I have no idea how much they're currently worth, right? So that is another thing. If you're going to constantly focus on how much your cards are worth, you might not want to start collecting TCGs. If that's going to be your primary kind of focus thing, right? Because some people, when they look at their money and it goes up and down and people don't particularly like a card anymore and so it goes down in price, you could just panic and sell it and that kind of stuff. So buying and selling TCG products is kind of a thing. You might want to rethink that if you are thinking about, wanting to invest in collectibles like this. However, personal opinion, a few more years goes by, you'll regret not holding on to it. Especially for these, maybe. Because they're so few. Right? So few. I mean, but players need to get to the next event so they can win more because they need to. I mean, some players just have massive amounts of this stuff. I've got like several of them sealed. I'll just call open boosters and liquidate, and then they do. And then they're mine. But yeah, so who knows what this is going to do in the future? I have no idea, right? And nobody can really predict the future. Maybe this will fall out of favor and that kind of stuff. Maybe. You never know, right? I mean, let's look at Mistveil. Mistveil had the gold pack, right? Everybody was excited about it, but then kind of lost its panache. The marvel that you can get out of it has huge, huge value, right? And everybody wants it. But you can't sell the gold packs. You can't sell a gold pack. You're pretty much not going to get what you need. I think what they should have done was put more randomness in it, and then it would have been a lot more better. right? And that's kind of what I want to see in Rosetta if it has a gold pack. It doesn't look like it's going to have one, but I'm hoping. See, all those commons and I only got 110. Ironically, I believe my other one has a 10 too. Yeah, I have two now. 2 Ironhide Gauntlets 10. This one's pristine as well. So, but those are all my gold foils. But I'm hoping the gold, if they do the gold pack again, I'm hoping there's more randomness, right? Like, each one can carry something, right? Because it's so freaking rare to even get the gold pack. And then to make the other one extra rare, I mean, put marvels in it or something like that. So when you hit something. You know? I mean, I got the idea of what they were trying to do, but I think the reason that is so, it's just such a low pop. So you would have to rip through tons and tons of boxes to pull one. And that's crazy. I mean, it's collectible for sure, but you have to rip through a ton just to get the gold pack. Then you have to pull it, and it's mind-numbing. It's not like, I mean, you pull it and you're like, I mean, it would take your breath away. But when you get a gold pack and you open it, it's just like, you know, getting punched, I guess. I don't know. That's because you get the rainbow foil. It's just like, could have been something. Could have been contender. I don't know. It's just, I want a marvel in there at least of some kind of something, you know? I don't know. I think there should have been a little more randomness than just the rainbow foils, right? I don't know. But I don't know if even that would actually make it better or not, you know. But I think they should, that could have been done a little bit differently. But you know, I thought the gold pack idea was fantastic, and so I'm looking forward to seeing if they do it again, except make it better. I don't know. But anyways, so that marvel is extraordinarily collectible because it's so rare. I don't even know how many have been pulled from population, you know, because there's still boxes of Misfit, right? There's still cases out there. So I'm wondering how many marvels didn't get opened, and that's why the price is so high. You know, I don't even see one for sale. Anyways, all right, so let's go over here. So I am going to go back over here. I'm going to turn off my face. And there we go. We got some scab leather right here. Those are the ones that I pulled open on the channel. 9.5. I got a 9.5 replacement for my ram's head. 9.5 replacement for my heart cross strap. I now have an Anthos. I didn't have one before. Rosetta. Ironhide Gauntlets. So Rosetta, I'm hoping that has the gold packs and that kind of stuff. Ironhide Gauntlets, 10. Another one. 9.5 for that. Gambler's Gloves. Boom. 10, baby. Let's go. Arcane Lantern, 10. Yes. I have the Dream State, 10. Another Techo Fire Foundry, 9. Dang it. New Horizons. We got an Apex Bonebreaker, 10. Fantastic. Grass and Arc Knight. And we have Adaptive Plating, 10, baby. Let's go. And Brave Forge Bracers, 9 and 8.5. What just happened? I don't know. I mean, I just kind of... well, actually, I actually knew they weren't going to come back as solid. But that's okay. I didn't mind. Goliath, 8.5. I just wanted to have it slapped. And then we have our Soulbound Resolve. We opened that on the channel, 9.5. And Remembrance of Determination did not grade well. So I'll be looking for another one of them. But there you go. So that's pretty much it. Except for these that are going to be on the table in front of you. All right. The Real Down Camp. Okay. I'm getting confused by screens and that kind of stuff. And not doing this correctly. Oop. All right. So here we are. These will be shipped off next. All right. I even have some more apparently in the mailbox. I just got notified of that. So there you go. More coming in. Right? Some more gold. Gold. 1 of 40, baby. Let's go. All right. And so That's pretty much it, you know? And you gotta love it, because these cards look amazing, right? And that's the thing. So if you like looking at them, you like pulling them out, they, you know, it's kind of cool to just have, you know? And eventually they will go up in value. That's the whole thing about collectibles. Collectibles, you don't want to stay stagnant. Collectibles, you want them to go up in value. That's kind of their purpose. I mean, you can have a collectible such as Casper the Friendly Ghost, number 43, and you will see that it's still $5, but you can still have it. I mean, it's a thing, right? So age on a product is something that doesn't really appreciate on some things, but in some other things, when nostalgia hits and you really want it, that's when it becomes gold. I don't know. These are my thoughts. These are the best investables of Flesh and Blood currently, in my opinion. Right? Marvels are strong as well, and the original cold foils are very strong. But the gold is forever. No, I don't know. That it's just a speculation. Everything is a speculation asset, but you have to enjoy it first. When I leaf through these, let's say it goes to 0. All right, am I going to be disappointed? Not particularly, because when I bought these, it helped the person get to the next event, you know, and they had a good time, and that was the whole. That's something that you can say you did, and then they had a good time, they enjoyed it, and that kind of stuff. But the likelihood of it going to 0, that's mute, I guess. Not going to happen. Not going to go to 0, right? Because it can't. All right, one last thing before I go. All right, so the crown jewel, I suppose, of the Flesh and Blood collection would be this. There she is, Prism. Yeah. All right. This one is 0 of 7. I mean, 7 of 100. Right, number 7 of 100. It was actually awarded out for a winner, and I bought it off him. Now, it's supposed to have these gold things that's similar to that, but they all fell off, and I'm not very good at putting stuff back together. And they also sent me a new Halo because the Halo was broken, but it was broken in the box, and I'm afraid to put it on because I'm afraid I'm going to break it. But here it is. So I'm keeping that other stuff mint in box. But yeah, there you go. She's all out there and ready to play. That's 0-7, number 7 out of 100. But yeah, so there you are. All right, so that's Surprise and Joy. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you go out and get some gold foils, and then win some gold foils as well, because, you know, they're awesome, and maybe keep them and hang them around. I know a lot of people are keeping Mask of Momentum and the Heart of Foundry and all that kind of stuff. And then they sell me their ice. But hopefully you've enjoyed this, and happy Collectors Week, and I will talk to you again real soon.